Good, happy Wednesday afternoon to you. Yes, the morning is over, you guys. It's over. I'm making lunch. We are having sweet potatoes, rice, and cabbage salad. This is one of my favorite meals, actually. I love it. I love it. The rice, I am, oh, I didn't even show you. It's already boiling. Well, it's working on boiling. So what I did first, I don't know, a couple of times I showed you guys this. I cooked the rice on high dry and stir it around and let it kind of like get kind of toasty and pop a little bit, and then I put the water in it, and then I'm gonna wait for the water to boil, and then we'll turn it all the way down and put the cover on it and let it sit there for about 40 minutes or so. So that's the best way. I already smell it. The rice smells so good. It's so toasty. And then we're gonna make some hummus in the process. Hummus for our bread or crackers or whatever we want to have. And then I've got the sweet potatoes in the oven. And I'm going to work on the cabbage salad. Well, I've got some Brussels sprouts here that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. You know, I love Brussels sprouts if they're cooked right. Sometimes, you know, I'm not so good at it. So I looked on the internet. I looked on YouTube actually. And I'm going to put a link to that video in the description below so that you can see it. I think that this person really knows what she's talking about because it sounded like she did. So we'll see, right? We'll see.
I don't like Brussels sprouts.
I know you don't like.
I like Brussels sprouts.
Catherine's my Brussels sprout eater, and Mommy likes them a lot too. So she said to wash them real good. I cut off the ends. Do you? Great. And then I'm going to cut them in half. And then we're going to roast them in the oven. Put just a little bit of olive oil. She said about a teaspoon, so I'm hoping I'm not putting too much here. Okay, teaspoon of olive oil, a little salt. So I'm going to use my Celtic sea salt. And then we're going to pop them in the oven. We'll put them in the oven at about 400 degrees for 30 minutes. And then after 15 minutes, we're going to give them just a little shake. And let them cook for the rest of the time and see how they do.
Okay, we are now going outside.
What do you think about these Brussels sprouts,
I love
Catherine?
Brussels sprouts.
They're a little
I
bit,
don't know. I'll give
they're
them
a little
try.
bit overdone because I forgot that our oven cooks a little bit hotter. Okay, honey, let go.
Or they can take the thing off.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That's we're supposed to eat that. So, but they look pretty. They look pretty yummy. Can you believe what I found out today? I gotta tell you something. You see these crackers? I love these crackers. Look, I buy them in a case of 4 boxes from Costco. They're organic. I thought I just was really doing well with these, except for the fact that they are wheat, and they do have gluten in them. But I thought, you know, these are pretty good. There's not really much wrong with them. And then I found out today by my dear friend Yvette on Periscope. I was showing my meal, and she learned some things today about these Triscuits, and they are not as clean as I thought they were. Let's go take a look at what we found. There are actually a couple of things that happened today that I want to share with you. But first of all, let's get with the Triscuits. I want to show you something. My friend Yvette sent me on Facebook, not just me, she shared something on Facebook with me, and I want to show it to you. I don't know if you all have heard of Monsanto. I think it's Monsanto. Anyways, they have this weed killer called Roundup. If you can see that. Anyways, they have a weed killer called Roundup, and it's also it's called glyphosate, but the brand name is Roundup. And it is being found in even organic foods. They're testing them and finding significant amounts of it in all of these foods. And a lot of us eat a lot of these different kinds of foods. See, there's my Triscuits right there. And I was shocked. You know, I don't know why I was shocked, because there's all kinds of things happening to our food supply. There's all kinds of deception and people just doing anything to make a buck. So I shouldn't have been surprised. You know, we really have to pay attention to what we're eating. And I know it's impossible. I know, because some of you are going to say, well, you know, you can't get it all right. You can't be perfectly clean in what you eat, because it's just not going to happen. That's true, but you have to watch what you're eating. You've got to pray about it and let God lead you, and how to prepare your meals, how to prepare food for your family, and just do the best you can. And one thing that I have really felt strongly about, especially recently within the last year or so, is that we need to be far more simple and not buy a bunch of processed, prepared foods, but to make your own, like these crackers. I was rebuked by somebody on a comment on one of my videos for not making my own crackers, and I thought I was a little bit offended by that. But you know, that's a good point. Why don't I just make my own crackers? And I think I'm going to do that, and maybe we'll learn together how to do that, and I'll try out some recipes on making my own crackers. And so just, you know, pay attention to what's being said. That article, and then there's another one that was shown to me today. I've got to show you this, guys. Okay, let's go over here to this one. This is what happens in our body when we eat pork. This article was sent to me by Rose LeBron. She goes by Chef Mama Rosa. And you can find her on YouTube. And she's got a lot of good information on there. And she showed me this article, and there was a video that goes with it right here. And yeah, it's very interesting and very important. It's a very important read. I strongly suggest you read it, especially if you are eating pork. You can find that article too. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put a link to both of them in the description below this video, so that you can just jump right to it and not have to worry about fumbling through my Facebook if you don't want to. But also, you can visit our Facebook page, Live Well and Be Strong, and you can find a lot of stuff there too, information there, and I'm going to post these there. So anyways, I did a Periscope a week or two ago, probably about 2 weeks ago now, on clean and unclean meat. And I talked a lot about the pork, why we're not supposed to be eating it. And I gave a lot of Bible references. You know, God tells us in the Bible, do not eat it. And, you know, a lot of us know that it's there. A lot of us just believe it's not meant for us, or, you know, whatever reasons. But God tells us straight up not to eat this stuff. It's not for us to consume. And here, there's an article right here that's actually backing that up and saying it's not good. And one thing that I just touched on there is that pork especially has a very high rate of worms. And there's a particular worm. It's called the trichinella worm. And it invades the body once it gets in. You know, it's very, very, very difficult to kill in the pork meat, and the video on this article shows that. And really, you guys, why aren't we just obeying God's commands? If he says don't eat it, we shouldn't be eating it. And a lot of us just, you know, either we pick and choose what we want to obey from God, and maybe we just allow other people to tell you what you need to obey, and you don't research it for yourselves, you don't study the Bible, you don't get into the Word. But we need to get into the Word and find out for ourselves what God requires of us. And we just, such a distraction. You guys, I love you guys, and I'm so grateful to be able to share these things with you, and that you have taken your time out of your day to watch these videos. And I just want the best for you. I want good health for you. I want you to be strong and vibrant and healthy, and have clear minds, so that God can get to you and get you to understand his will, and to prepare you for what's to come while you're on earth here, and especially to get you ready to come home to heaven with him. He wants us to come home with him, but he wants us to be obedient. We can't go to heaven if we're rebellious and disobedient. You know, I'm on my soapbox now. But yeah, please take a look at this and see for yourselves. And that just brings me, I do want to have a reading associated with this. Let's go do that now. Those who watch these videos regularly know that I have been reading a lot from this website, egwritings.org, and it has all of the writings of Ellen G. White, and she was a prolific writer. She was inspired by God, and I mean, this is just a little, piece of what she's written. I mean, there's just tons of stuff that she's written. And this book, The Ministry of Healing, was written in 1905. And this is what she wrote back in 1905. The tissues of the swine swarm with parasites. Of the swine God said, "It is unclean unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass." This command was given because swine's flesh is unfit for food. Swine are scavengers, and this is the only use they were intended to serve. Never under any circumstances was their flesh to be eaten by human beings. That tells it straight, you guys. There's nothing much more that I can even add to that. But, if you haven't seen the video that I uploaded on clean and unclean meat, it's a Periscope that I did actually. I encourage you to watch it and to see through the Bible yourself why God tells us not to eat these things. It's not just pork. There's other unclean meats too. A lot of your seafoods, lobster, clams, crabs, oysters, shrimp. We're not supposed to be eating that stuff, you guys. We're not. So, anyways, I'm serious about this, and usually I don't get this, adamant about what I'm saying, but I feel strongly about this, you guys. I do. I really hope that you just know that I speak to you out of love, because I do care about you guys, and I care about reaching out to you and helping you to be strong and healthy. I'm gonna go for now. It's after 11. I'm gonna try to get to bed and get this edited tomorrow. I may not even do a vlog tomorrow because I need to really catch up on things around this house, and I might need to just take a break from it tomorrow. I don't know. Knowing me, I might just go ahead and do it. I'm not sure. But I hope you guys have a good day, night, evening, whatever time it is. And we'll catch you later. Don't forget to live well and be strong. Bye-bye.